Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing very well. So this is the third video of Maestro Flow series, and in this video I will cover about the expression syntax. Let's say we have one variable, or that variable should be in an array format, array type or a string type or integer type, any other variable type. So how we can use that variable in a different ways, different syntax. And if you want to pass any null value in a variable, then how you will do that. And if you want to pass any dynamic value at a runtime, how you will do that, right? So these all of the things I will discuss in this video, guys. Please watch this video till the end. And if you have any question related to my previous videos and any other videos, then just write your question in the comment box. I would love to give answer of your question, right? And guys, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. So guys, first of all, when we use Maestro Flow to develop any use case, then we'll use mostly JavaScript expression, right, to define any variables or use any variables and operators, right? And so first here we'll see flow expression are JavaScript. They are reference variable with the $was prefix and the compute value in the configuration field, right? So this related with this prefix I already covered in my last video, right? First of all, guys, let's say if I have some nodes output variables or triggers input, right? Then same syntax I will use dot burst dot http request dot output dot body. What it means, right? Let's say here this is the email trigger and this is the agent body. I want to use this agent body output in the decision box. So how I will do that? I will open this editor for this decision box. Let's say here we have this agent output, and agent output variable is the agent email body finder one, right? With this output I will use these all of the output properties here. So let's say I will delete all of these syntax. First I will use $sign, then was prefix, then dot, then here you will see all of the previous nodes output here. So here I will use this agent email body finder, then dot. If this is the output of any http request, then it will be in a array format, so you will use dot body or any other method, but here this is a simple variable. Then here I will use dot output, then I will use dot. So as of now this is not a http request output variable, right? So here I will use directly these all of the properties of this output, right? Of this output, it means the previous activity, previous nodes output here. If I want to use loan amount request, loan terms, then simply here I will choose that value, let's say for the age, and then that's it. This is the condition, but as of now it giving the error because I'm writing this expression in the condition. So condition, it means it should be a boolean value. Boolean value, it means here I will use greater than, let's say 35, then it will not give any error. So finally this is the right syntax to use any value here, right, for the variable, for the output of any node. Okay, and here second thing we have for the variable syntax, it means, let's say here I have already created this variable. This is the test variable. If I just want to use this variable value here, then first of all I can just click on this variable, then you will see this is the right icon here. It means the complete syntax is copied here. I can just directly control V, then it will be a pasted here. I can use the complete path, but the overall conclusion is here, right? We'll use this prefix and then dot and then variable name, and then here I can use this syntax, or I can use any expression here. And here next we have this trigger input, and it's already similar with the previous syntax, right? And here next we have for the nested property, use dot notation. Nested, it means if we have some array type of variable, right? Let's say okay, so first of all here I will create one array variable, then we'll see the complete example, right? So let's say I'll click here and then test array, right? And here I will choose this data type as a array, And in this array, let's say we have these all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the type here I can choose as a integer. And here I will click on add button. Now in this array, you will see we have some items, and then in the items we have some values. Now if I just want to use that value of that array, then here I will open this expression, and then in the left side, guys, you will see the index value of every value in this array. In this array we have 5 values, and for every value we have some index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say if I want to use this fourth index value, it means fifth value, then I can copy this is a path, and if I click here, then it will be a copy this value. So let's say I just want to write this syntax, then first I will use the prefix, then dot, then variable name. Variable name is the test array. Then here dot, here I will not use any output method because this is not output, this is a simple variable where we will use output for the previous node. Let's say this is the agent email body finder. I want to use these properties, so this is the output of this node. So then I will use output method. Here you will see this is the output. Then I can use these all of the properties, right? These all of the values. But in the variable we have not any output. This is the simple variable, so here we'll not use any dot output. So simple will use where, I mean prefix dot variable name. Here I will use dot index of, and then here I will use 0, and then it should be greater than 0, right? So I can use this syntax as well, but instead of that I can just simple use brackets, and then I can just type any index here. Let's say the 2 index value I want to use, then this 2 index value will be written here. 2 index means 0, 1, 2, 3 value will be written here. And this is the condition only, so I can use only boolean values here. So here I'll use greater than 6, then this here will be out here. So this is the syntax to use any value from the array. And let's say if we have some HTTP request output, then in that HTTP request you can use this type of syntax. Let's say variable, I mean prefix dot HTTP request dot output, because that will be output of previous node. Then dot body dot item, or if you want to use dot, I mean customer email ID, then you can use this type of syntax here, right? And guys, next we have this literal text field. What is the means? Let's say if you want to use any dynamic value in a plain text, then you will use this double curly braces, and then you will use here this syntax. Then this syntax value will be written here as a plain text, right? And guys, next we have these operators. Operators, it means JavaScript operators are supported in this Maestro Flow. For equal, we'll use triple equal sign. Let's say in this Maestro Flow, and in this agent email body, or in this decision box, let's say if I open this one, and then here if I want to just check this array variable, I mean the third index value should be equal to 3. How I will use that? Not double quote, it will give the error here. So for that I will use here triple quote, right? And let's say if I just want to use not equal to, then here I will use not equal to sign, and then double quotes is equal to that particular value that you want to check. And the second one, the comparison, it means it's a very simple in JavaScript, and in any other language also it will be a greater than, or if you want to use less than, then we'll use the less than sign here, right? And next is the and sign and or sign. So mostly in UiPath you will use directly or and condition, but here that will not work. Here you have to use double ampersand sign here, and then for or you have to use double pipe here. Why it's showing here error here? It means because it's not a boolean condition. Boolean condition, it means let's say here this array variable should be greater than 4, and then this fourth value should be greater than or should be less than 3, then it means any one condition can be true here, right? So here we'll use or if you want to use both condition as a true, then you have to use ampersand sign here. And then this is the next one, ternary. It means, let's say, if this value is greater than 0, then you will use question mark. It means it will be a true, otherwise it will be a false. And then here you will use these all value in a double quotes, right? So if you remember the C or C++ expression, then in that language we use the same syntax. Let's say if this value is greater than 4, then this condition should be print, otherwise this condition should be print. And next one is the string operation. String operation, it means, let's say you want to, okay, so first let me close this one and then let me open this agent body here. And in this agent body, I'll go to update variable. And in the update variable here, I will just select this test variable. And in this test variable, I just want to update some string value. String value, it means, let's say here, hello. And in this hello, I just want to update the customer name, where I will get the customer name from the email received. So here I will just copy this name and then how I will append that value in this hello word. I will use simple plus sign and then I will use that expression here. As of now, it's showing me the error. Okay, so instead of this email, just an example, let's say here, I just want to update this array value. Then here I will copy and then I will paste it here, right? So in this hello world, this value will be appended at the runtime. And next one is for the upper or lower case. If you want to use this type of method, then let's say in this variable, let's say in this variable we have some small value, small cases value. Then you want to update that value, then you will use that simple variable. First of all, you will use that prefix dot that variable name dot, here you will use dot to lowercase, uppercase, then you can use any method here, right? And next one, if you want to include any other value, then you will use simple this include method here, right? And guys, next, if you want to update any value in a null variable, then how you will do that? Let's say in the test variable, it's a null variable. I mean, in this variable, we have null value. Then if you want to update then any value at the runtime, then you can use this prefix and then test variable. Then you will use double question mark. And then in this, after this double question mark, you can use any value here. So after, at the runtime, this XYZ will be update in this test variable. So at that time, it will not be a null or any undefined value. Okay, so that's all in this video, guys. And if you have any question, then just write in the comment box. And guys, if you like this video, just hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Bye.